Hey folks, I'm HP, this is Dr. Pink, and today's topic is a minor blues masterclass like in the style of Gary Moore or many others. But before we get started, make sure to subscribe to my channel, hit the notification button, and also join the HPCrazy Guitar Academy with a free member account or a premium member account. And there you can download all files which are connected to the tutorials. So, what is it about today? This year. I just gave a short example. I'll talk later. Yeah, and so on. Yeah, so in this tutorial, it's not about licks. Well, I'm going to show a few licks, but it's about understanding, about tone control, and about going through the tune and also interacting with the music. Getting time and space in music is a very important thing, especially minor blues. I consider the slow minor blues, well, this is not extremely slow, but still pretty slow, is the hardest thing you can do on guitar. So there the philosophy and your perception of music is more important than the many licks you can play, and also tone control is an extremely important part of the whole thing. So that's the topics of this tutorial, one after each other. It's probably going to be a longer tutorial. Yeah, but that's how it is. So the first step to understand minor blues is, of course, we check the chords. I'm going to go on the close you. Yeah, well, each blues is a little bit different, but this is like a standard form. It's in C minor. So we have 4 bars of C minor, but here I have a little special thing. In the 4th bar, well, this is a C minor chord. The top 4, let me quickly switch off the delay. Top 4 strings. And on count 1, 2, in the 4th bar, we have still C minor. And then we go on C7 or C altered. So we go on C flat 13, C sharp 9 flat 13, and C flat 9 sharp 13. Flat 13. Then it goes to F minor 9. 2 bars. This will be here in the 6th fret, 8, 8, 8. Back to C minor. 2 bars. Then A flat 9 to G altered. Or in this case, it's G7 sharp 9 flat 13. And again to C minor, and we end up again with G7 sharp 9 flat 13. So we're gonna play the whole thing with the chords. Let you see how it works. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. So this was the form, okay? And rhythm pattern, well, rhythm guitar is not so extremely important in minor blues, but if you do a rhythm guitar, you can do something like this. 1, 2, you can do either the shorter 1, 2, 3, 4, just make a hit on the 2, or 1, 2, a little bit more sophisticated. In the fourth bar, we make 1, 2, 3, 4 to highlight this change of the chord from C minor 7 to C7 altered. Then to F minor 9 and so on. Okay? So these are now the chords. And these ones are really important because we want to follow the chords when we go into soloing. If you really want to, I'm going to show you how. Okay, now this is the form. Now, which modes do we play on these chords? C minor 7 is clear, it's just the C minor mode. That would be the Aeolian. The Aeolian mode. On the C7 altered, we play, and probably now it sounds a bit complicated, but I'm going to show you afterwards how easy this can be done. There we play on the C7 altered, we play C Phrygian natural 3. You can play Phrygian, that works. That will be like this. I'm going to tab out the modes for you. They're going to be available in the HPCrazy Guitar Academy. That would be Phrygian, and this is Phrygian natural 3. Just augment the third note, half step. Okay. Then on the F minor, it's Dorian. That will be this one here. Let's do like this. No, like this. This seems to be the same thing as before on the C minor. You can see it that way, but if you really want to focus on specific notes, which I'm going to show you afterwards, check out Dorian, because it's 1, 2, flat 3, 4, 5, 6, flat 7, 1, 2, flat 3, 4, 5. Okay? Then, on the A flat 7, the normal scale would be this one here. Oops. Started on the A flat. This is Lydian. 1, 2, 3, 4, sharp 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, sharp 4 or sharp 11. But since it's A flat 9, we have to put down the 7 to a flat 7. That leads to the scale which is called Lydian flat 9, flat 7. Okay. This one here. 1, 2, 3, sharp 4, 5, 6, flat 7. Oops. But we don't need to play this so exactly. We come back to it afterwards. I just want to make sure we have the modes properly together. On the G, we have Phrygian natural 3. You can take the same thing as before. This one here. So that will be that one here. Okay. But it won't be so wild. Okay. Now we can make kind of a shortcut here on the modes. We can focus on the C minor scale. This one here. Just normally, and in this, when it switches to C7, we just need to change this E flat to an E. Then it already sounds the way we want. I'm going to show you quickly. So now I stay on a clean sound. So you can play simple, and now it comes to E. Now normal C minor. Now on the A flat, highlight the blue note. And on the G, go here to the B. So you can only focus on the target notes, meaning on the E, when it switches to the C7, on the, this is the blue note here. This is the, what is this? The G sharp. This is the main note which represents A flat 9. And on the G, it will be the B here. This will be the target notes. And the rest, you can stay on your normal C minor thing. But I'm going to show you more tricks after that. So I'm going to switch now to the distorted sound. It's probably more interesting. So now we start here, normal C minor. And now to E. Back. Now we go to the G flat, the blue note, and now on the beat on the G. Okay, so this is like a grid where you work around without even knowing the modes. I mean, you can work with the modes, but you don't need to. The modes help you when you want to go more deeper into the playing. Now, time and space is very important. That means you don't need to play many notes. What is more important, and that's why I took a long road now to explain you the form and the scales which are played, or the modes, you always need to know where you are. That makes the difference, and control the tone. So if you make these few key notes and control your tone, you're already pretty good on the road. And you can do a lot of mistakes on minor blues, and the biggest mistakes is too many notes. Play few notes, but the way you... just a few notes, but control what you're doing. Also play nothing, that is also cool. Now comes the G sharp, G flat. See what I did now? I played a normal blues opening lick. This one played the normal. That's the old normal opening lick. And then when the C7 came, I made it. I played Frigid Natural 3. And this just sounds like whoa, because you know exactly what you're doing and you control which chords are coming, okay? It's not so complicated. The main thing is that you always know where you are and not to play fast, because as I said, playing too many notes is the biggest mistake you can do on the minor blues. So now if you want to highlight specific notes in your soloing, then the modes will help you. One note which is very nice is the 9. What is the 9? When you play the scale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, flat 7, 8, here's the 9. It's also the 2, but you call this the 9. Okay, if you highlight the 9, you're gonna see how this sounds. Also, when you highlight the 9 on F, you need to know the scale. Dorian, 1, 2, here is Dorian of F, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, flat 7, 8, here's the 9. So here's the 9 of the F minor 7, this is the 9 of the C minor 7. So knowing the modes doesn't mean that you have to play the modes up and down, it just knows the grid where you're working within. So I'm now gonna play with 9s. See how this sound is really nice. Now we go to the 9 of the 9 of the F. The 9 of the C. Again the 9. Now, in the second row, to make it more interesting, we also add the 11. Where's the 11? You again count through. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, flat 3, 4, 5, flat 6, flat 7, 8, 9, flat 10, 11. So here's the 11. Is one triad away from the 9. So this is the 11 to 9 from C, 11 to 9 from the F, also a triad away. Let's see how that sounds. Now we switch the scale. 11 of the F to the 9. I mean, these are just a few notes, but this really helps you to navigate through the form. As I said, even if you play simpler things, it's always important that you know where you are inside the tune. Okay? Now, if you can make a combination of these things here with normal blues licks, which you already know, they work brilliant here. This stuff works, or also stuff like this, whatever you know, and then you add these additional things, and this is really going to sound, from my point of view actually, this is going to sound awesome, because it opens up your sound variety, and you're going to sound like whoa, and this is really lush, and it's really a bluesy, heavy blues sound. Yep, whatever, you have to find out your way. I'll show you. We start with normal. Now to C7. let the music breathe, interact with the other instruments. And now as an example, now strings come in, let the strings sound, give them a space. You know, in this backing track or any other backing track, it's not only you playing, it's also other instruments playing. And that's also main trick, or that's not a trick, it's a need. You're not the guy who's just noodling around, you interact with music. If you make music, you just, first the organ comes out, then you hear a little bass thing, then the guitar comes, and this interaction, this makes music flow, and then you still can move further and then give more intensity into the guitar, then you go back again, you know. Come in, go back again. Come in, go back again. Always give more intensity, and the more possibilities you have, the better. Okay? And the last thing here, and then I'm more or less finished with that was really a shortcut of a master, because I said minor blues is really, I would say, one of the hardest genres for guitar players, because as I said, there are so many possibilities to make too many notes. The trick is not to make too many notes and to know exactly what you're doing, and controlling what you're doing, also control the tone, and that's the last thing, control the tone. Make these little things, make your guitar speak. I mean, if you play, let me switch off the delay. If you work with a delay, it widens up your sound, but if you have an emotional expression, it makes your expression even more emotional. If you play crap, it doubles up the crap too, you know. So first, without delay, you know, you could play a phrase like this. What is the difference between this phrase and this? There was vibrato on the last note and accelerated at the end. And also, a note has a beginning and an end and ending. Many plays, they just play, then it's finished and they're not aware where the ending is. But when the ending is on the point, 1, 2, 3, on the beat. See, when you also define the ending of a note, not only the beginning, especially when you work with delays, when you end them precise, then what comes within the delay doubles up and gives you this really wide sound. If you end it somewhere, the delay is going to be wrong, you know. Also, if you work without delay, and the long notes end, and when you accelerate to the end and then stop, it has a dynamic shift in the note. Even if you're just playing one note, you have an emotional expression in that one. That's really important. Yeah. Controlling the tone. Also little, you know, this little, listen how the overtones come. You know, these are the main things. I'm going to show you now and then, just try to explain what I'm doing while I'm doing it. So we're starting simple, few notes. Play nothing. Make the note longer. A little whip at the end. On the 9, on the blue note, always had this little slight. Now we open up with a lick. Let the strings interact. Follow the chords. Let it breathe again. Now we go more intense, we go in the higher position, play more. Now we let the music breathe again. Go back. And now it's ready to come back in with more intensity, okay? Now maybe change the sound to high gain. And so on. As I said, it's not about licks. That's what I want to teach you guys, because it doesn't really help if you just play what I played. It's about on this. Let me go to the total view now. It's about understanding music. Oops. And knowing what you're doing and controlling what you're playing. You know? It's about control. It's about letting go in the musical control. If you know just 2 licks, play the 2 licks when they're needed, then go back. If you know a whole bunch of licks, as I do, you cannot just jump in and just grrr, you know. You have to prepare, interact with the music, give space, come back, give intensity, control the notes, and really highlight on the stuff which is needed. That's the main trick about this, you know. As I said, it's not really about licks here. Well, when it comes to me or my teaching style, it's never about licks. I mean, I know a few licks, probably a lot of licks, but for me it's not licks. It's about understanding music, understanding the modes. You can make your life really simple just by getting the target notes as explained, or also just go for the full modes, which is also possible, of course. But it really depends on the variety of expression which you want. But if you're a beginner or a medium player, probably you cannot play all this stuff, but you're still able to have a really emotional expression. You know, when it comes to Gary Moore, he didn't really play so much modes. I don't think he knew so much about modes, but he was a really intense and emotional player, which big idol of mine, by the way. And when you analyze his playing, he didn't have so much material like other players probably have, but he was able to really get the essence of music on the guitar. That's what it's all about, and that's what I want to teach you here. It's not about licks, it's about getting the essence of music from the guitar or from your feelings on the guitar, and get it into music. That's what it's all about. And there, focus more on what's going on, and that these things go automatically, that you don't have to think about them anymore. And then you're able to really carry a tune for 3 minutes like nothing, you know. If you play licks, probably if you have your wow effect for 1 minute, and then whew, the firework is over, and what stays? Smoke. Yeah. However, it's a matter of philosophy in music. If you don't like my philosophy, it's no problem. If you like it, please subscribe to my channel. And if you want to have the backing track, which I'm using here, but I can use any backing track, of course, but my backing track plus the tabs with just the chords and the modes, it's available in the HPCrazy Guitar Academy for premium members, but also please join as a free member to join the little guitar community we have there. If you love my channel, please share it to all your guitar friends, and also please write me a review on Google Maps, HPCrazy Guitar Academy. Good. So me and Dr. Pink are saying goodbye, and play the blues, man.